Hey YouTube, Monty53 here. Happy Mother's Day weekend. It's Saturday afternoon, early afternoon. And first, what I should do is show you my pipe. This is an old corn cob. This thing's 27 years old. But what I really want to show you is the stem. Picked it up from Mike Marino, cane rod piper. It's one of his camo stems, and I love it. It's going up north with me, bow hunting. It's gonna go to the campground. This stem's gonna go on a lot of adventures, and this pipe. Although I might end up getting a new one to put the stem on. But this thing's going to go on a lot of adventures. Thank you, Mike. I'm thankful that you made these and we had an opportunity to purchase them. It's a great stem and it smokes wonderful. If you can, pick yourself up one. Really quick, speaking of outdoor stuff like bow hunting and all that, a while back I did a video on some hobbies and some projects I was working on. And I hope you don't mind, really quick before I get to my weekly story, I wanted to show you. I have a lot of old arrows, aluminum arrows, and what I've done, and I mentioned I was going to do this, is made some mini arrow tampers. And Smoke Swag Glass, I'll be reaching out to you. I got your two done. They were all finished last night. But isn't that cool? It's got a mossy oak camouflage on it. Real pretty pattern. And they work great. I've got a bunch of aluminum shafts available, so I'm gonna probably just make some and give them out as gifts. Maybe when I do my 100 gall, I'll include this with the package. But I thought you might like that. Another thing I did really quick is measured out my pipe cleaners, and I have the bottom flattened out with a nail for a tamper, and I corked the other end. And what you can fit is at least 3, maybe 4, but more likely I was testing it with 3 pipe cleaners. And for those who are out and about camping, fishing, hunting, what a better way to use old arrow shafts than to cut the length down, put it in a bag or a pocket, and you can take your pipe cleaners with you. I've got a couple. My prototype, the one that I built, the big one, is up there with the deer antlers, and there's another smaller one that I'm going to take to my camper. So just having some fun down here in the workshop. Can't really work on golf. I mean, my golf clubs are done for the year, regripped. But today it's snowing up here in Michigan and cold, so maybe be kicking off the golf season next week. We're going to give it a go. But I hope you're all doing well. And I thought I'd tell you a Mother's Day story. But first, too, I'm smoking in this Paul's Pipe Shop's, it's maple walnut. Normally I don't smoke a lot of aromatics, but I really enjoy Paul's aromatics. And this is usually my Saturday, Sunday morning smoke. I have a bowl. It's really good. And everybody's always asking me when I'm smoking it, like my wife and people outside, they're like, "Are you cooking breakfast?" It is really good. So this week, my tribute is to Mom and all the moms out there. And like most moms, well, maybe most moms, my mom, definitely loving, caring, everything like that, but she was tough, or was tough. She still is tough. She's still around. She's a wonderful grandma to my kids and my nieces and nephew. But growing up as a boy and my two older brothers, we always wanted to test our mom, see how far we could take it before she went to our dad and he dealt with us. For example, you know, we might be wrestling, causing ruckus, and mom would be screaming at us or causing issues. The kitchen was always dangerous, especially coming from an Italian household. My mom would always be cooking like with a butcher knife, and you'd be just getting under her skin, and the next thing you know, this knife was right at your face, and she'd be like, keep it up, and I'm gonna kill you. And you're like, oh, okay, lady. Got it. Done. Move on. Even meat tenderizers, you know, that big block with just different types of tenderizers. You'd be getting on their mom's skin. I warned you, keep it up, and I'm gonna mess up your face. You gotta love moms, but you only test them for so long, because they will tell dad, and then you gotta deal with dad. Or mom deals with you, and you're bleeding, getting beaten up, joking but not joking, and the next thing you know, dad gets the seconds, because he's gonna finish you off. Well, this particular story about my mom was how I could tell she didn't want me dead. On different levels. Number one, with my dad, and two, being a teenage idiot. It was senior year in high school in 1993, and my buddies and I had a great idea for homecoming. There was going to be a party. We need to take beer. Who can get us the beer? Well, my oldest brother at the time was 23 years old. So I solicited his help, and he came on board and said, sure, I'll get you guys a case of beer. He was asking, like, where's this party? What's going on? You can be driving, all that. And it's like, no, we're just going to this house, spending the night, and all that, after the homecoming dance. Well, my brother gave in, and we requested at the time, you might have heard this beer before, but it was made by Miller. I don't think it still exists. It was called Ice House. And that's when, back in 93, is when all those iced beers with more alcohol, what per volume or whatever, came out. And Ice House was like their higher end. You know, you had MGD, Miller High Life, but there was Ice House. And that had more alcohol. And since it was homecoming, nothing but the best. So my brother goes to this liquor store called Bootleggers. Right next door is a dry cleaner. My brother goes, gets the case, bottles, takes it out to his car. And who comes out of the dry cleaner? My mom. She's never gone to that dry cleaner before. She stops my brother and says, Phil, what are you buying a case of Ice House for? Oh, it's for Dad. He sent me down to try it. He wanted to try this new, because my dad loved MGD, Miller Genuine Draft. And, oh, Dad wants to try this Ice House. So my mom, oh, okay, no problem. They depart. I get home. I park in my, well, we had designated spots in the driveway. All I did was pull a few extra feet forward in the driveway. Just so happens, my mom was in the bedroom on the second floor, and that window where she was folding her clothes looked out the front window and could see to the right the driveway. But blocking the driveway too was a big pine tree. So I went in and got the case of beer in the garage, came out with the cooler, and I had bought a bunch of ice, and proceeded to fill the cooler with the beer. Well, my mom must have gotten a message from God or something, because I think God was like, no, these kids are stupid. You know, we're going to make sure Sandy, my mom Sandy, is going to bust them. Because she's looking out the window like, why would Tony pull that far forward? I'm telling you, it was only a few feet. But Mom knows best. So my mom decides to come down and check on me. I'm sitting there like an idiot, loading up that beer in my Jeep, in the cooler. And my mom comes down the driveway. Hey, Tony, what are you doing? And there I was with bottles of beer, filling the cooler. And she looks at me and goes, your brother's dead. He told me that was for your dad. And she goes, you're lucky I don't kill you. And here's the thing. She goes, it's homecoming night, and I'm not going to ruin those young ladies' night out because of morons like you. You tell your friends they're lucky. They're lucky I don't call their parents. But it's because I'm looking out for those young ladies and that they have a nice night. But you are dead, Tony. She goes, and by the way, you tell your friends that your dad is going to enjoy every single drop from every single bottle of that beer. And to tell them thank you. She never told my dad. And I said, yes, ma'am, I understand, and thank you for not killing me. I was dead, but my mom was cool. And I always remember that because we had a wonderful night. My buddies understood. I still have an older brother. I've got 2 older brothers. He's not dead, but she wanted to kill him. And my dad was so thankful because he's like, hey, a case of Ice House? Thank you, Sandy. That's my mom. Thank you, Sandy. It was great. She goes, oh, you're welcome, Phil. I hope you enjoy it. So that's my mom's story. I hope you enjoyed it. I wanted to give this weekend a tribute to moms. I love you, Mom. I hope you guys get to, if your moms are still around and still alive, and I hope you get to be with them. By the way, happy Mother's Day to my wife. She's a great mom to my kids. I don't know what I would do without my mom, but I just want you to know that I'm thinking of all your moms and thinking of all moms out there, and hope in this time that they can somehow enjoy their weekend. And I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. And I wanted to show you really quick. Next week, I'm going to do my first review. I had mentioned last week that I'm going to start looking at warped tobaccos. I have 4 of them, different blends. And this will be the first one. And it's called Until the End. It's a Cornell and Deal with warped tobacco or cigars, sold by smokingpipes.com. And I can at least tell you right now, it is a good tobacco. This is really enjoyable if you like cigars. If not, you may not be into the warped blends. There's another warped that I got that was released at the same time. That'll probably be the following week. That I don't think has cigar tobacco in it. But tune in for next week. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend again. And happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. You mean everything to us. And that's going to be it for today. You all take care. Bye.